Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Super Clean giveaway entries all printed out. There's about 140 people that commented on the video. Thanks for all your support, it really means a lot to me. I want to give a shout out to Dr. Jex. Usually he's the first one to comment on every video. For the last couple years it's been like that. And I haven't seen him in the past couple videos, so I hope you're doing alright. The moment we've all been waiting for. So I took all the names, all about 140 of them, and I put them in a random name generator. Number one, Edward Fast. Congratulations, Edward. Go ahead, shoot me an email, send me your name, your full address, and I will forward that on to Super Clean, and they'll send you your products right away. Number two, Hunter K. Congratulations, Hunter. Same thing, send me an email, we'll get that stuff sent right out to you. And the third and final winner, Douglas Clute. Congratulations, Douglas. You are a winner of Super Clean. So once again, shoot me an email with all your information, and we'll get that stuff sent out right away. If you want to see some more stuff like this in the future, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. You know, we obviously, an entire vehicle, you know, I don't think that's going to be feasible this time, but if you'd be interested in maybe more sponsored giveaways or parts, I'd be willing to design some t-shirts or merchandise or, you know, stickers or whatever it is. I can make them really neat where they're universal, so you can wear it out in public and not be like, oh, what is that? You know, oh, it's a guy on YouTube I watch. You know, it could be a pretty universal thing, a Jeep or an ATV or a car, whatever you think, go ahead and let me know. One thing I really did like going through the comments is seeing what everybody was working on, what they own. There's actually a pretty wide range of stuff. Speaking of working on, this is a little vehicle you haven't seen in a hot minute. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a project update on everything I own. One of the reasons these two haven't been featured lately is I've been in limbo with them a little bit. I was about this close to actually selling them to the Smithsonian Museum. Unfortunately, that deal just didn't go through. There's a lot of channels of people that work out there, and you kind of have to have the acceptance of everyone. It's a long diplomatic process, and they have so many different vehicles and artifacts that come in every year. They have to be extremely picky on what they do, so that's why they ended up not being able to take them. But it's cool to even have the opportunity of working with them. We've got 3 Jeeps lined up over here. The first one, as we all know, is a Valentine APU Jeep. This one is the NC2, meaning that it's a front-wheel drive, rear-wheel steer meant for an aircraft carrier. I did try to get the engine unstuck, but I believe the crank is stuck vertical, so when I try to push the pistons down, the crank is just not in a good spot to be doing that. But I did take this and display it at the Toledo Jeep Fest in 2019. Here's a little board I had displaying the Jeep, showing, you know, a little bit of history about it, some examples of them used in service, and then there's a picture of this very Jeep right there. This one was sitting inside the Seagate Center, which was pretty cool because you kind of have to be accepted to that. Jerry's the guy running it, super nice guy, helped me unload it, all that good stuff. Unfortunately, the Jeep Fest is canceled for this year, but I've been there every year since it started. Jeep number 2 in the lineup is the sister to the NC2. This one is the NA4. This Jeep really hasn't been messed with that much. I was kind of deciding what to do with this one, if I was going to restore it or leave it as is. I've decided, because I end up buying this one that is also an original military paint, I'm going to go ahead and leave this one original military paint as well. Now that I know what I'm doing with it, I've got a better idea. I'm going to go ahead and get both of them running and driving in the future. These are actually the push rods out of the NC2. I had this tank fully coated on the inside because it was super rusty, but I did have them leave the outside patina, so the fuel tank is ready to go on that. So this one truly doesn't need too much work, just the carburetor, the fuel tank, and then I do kind of want to go through the brakes a little bit more, but overall, pretty solid Jeep. The Submarine, as we all know, has the drivetrain ripped out of it at the moment, and I've got the new drivetrain sitting behind it, and I've already gone ahead and ordered parts for this. I've got the lockers for the front and rear axles sitting here, gaskets, rebuild kit for the T98 transmission, lube blockers for the differential, a fuel pump for the new engine, new bearing races. Good to go there. The new owner has nicknamed this Jeep the Old Beast. He's going to come by and pick this thing up a week from today, actually, and it'll be making its way to Iowa. The CJ3 is sitting beautiful up on the lift, runs, drives, and stops, needs nothing. Drove that to the car show last Thursday, had a blast with it. This Jeep has not been seen in a hot minute. This is the first Jeep I've ever bought, first one I ever restored when I was in high school. about 17 years old. We are taking this one to Colorado in September for the Flat Fender Fall Colors Tour. Because we're going all the way to Colorado, I'm going to go ahead and do some reliability work on it now. So I went and purchased a brand new fuel pump for it. New thermostat, old one was kind of iffy. New thermostat retainer. Got an engine gasket kit for it. Brand new oil lines. And a brand new water pump. Also purchased brand new front leaf springs for the green Jeep so we can pop those on, and that way it's got all new leaf springs for the trip. Here's a 2005 Mazda RX-8 with the rotary engine. Unfortunately, this car is not going to make it in any video. The engine is 100% blown, so we're not going to be messing with this. I'm just going to go ahead and clean it up and resell it. Kind of sucked because I wanted to go bomb around the yard a little bit. But I went ahead and cleaned up the interior in this just to get ready to sell. They've got the wrong size lug nut on here, so they just taped over it so it wouldn't fall off. So obviously this car is not a major loss. The 200X has been nothing but reliable. I absolutely love this machine. I've been almost solely working on the RX-7 for the last 6 months. There's a lot of video I haven't put up yet of the RX-7 project. It's just a matter of editing and uploading. The chassis itself probably needs about another month worth of work. A little miscellaneous details. And then at that point we're just going to be waiting on the engine. I will give you a little sneak preview of what's to come on the old RX-7 project. As the car is extremely modified, I knew I needed a lot of instrumentation to kind of verify everything that's going on with the engine and give me fail-safe modes and safety, all that kind of stuff. What I bought is a Haltech IC7 digital display dash, so that's going to display all my information. I'm able to customize it, all that good stuff. There's a guy named Drake that makes these wicked 3D printed dashes for RX-7s. One of the reasons why I bought the IC7 dash is because I knew he made the molded piece for it. We got the Haltech dash, so obviously we need the Haltech ECU. That's an Elite 1500, which is wicked. This is a Haltech engine harness. All the Haltech sensors, like 4-bar map sensor, which that tells you what we're going to think about doing with the car. Ignition harness, boost style, CAN bus extenders, all kinds of stuff. And there is the methanol tank. Of course, since we're going for all the horsepower, we need all the tire. So here's a little preview of what I started with and what I've gone to. Thanks for watching this episode of Hoarders, and we'll see you next time.